Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. Today is going to be, yeah, man, it's a long day. Today's going to be a long day. That's all I want to say there. And probably not even towards me, to be fair. Like, it is what it is. We're getting used to it right now, correct? Yeah. All right, saying nothing. But today we're joined by Guna Lee, who's probably going to be the conductor himself. Man like Guna Lee. Man like Rom's going to have to hold some corn. You know, probably going to make every excuse under the sun. You know, no one wants to hear no VAR and drawing the lines as much as sniffing as Robbie Fowler's lines. And then obviously, man like Crazy, Hamza. What are you saying, man? Why is the mood so dull right now?
Listen. We have a lot to discuss. Introductions are done. I feel like there's only one team we should start with, and it's not my guy Ron's. I feel like there's one place we should
Thank you.
start. I feel like there's only one place, but I'm not the host today. I'm here to follow your lead, Kaz. But I feel like there's only one place that we should start. You know, so
where's the one place? I think like point to where you feel like it should be.
Listen, you see there? You see here?
Wait. Oh, me. You
listen,
meant me.
Listen.
You want to start with Man United?
I'm not the host.
Start with Man United.
Oh,
go on, punch me up.
All I'm gonna say, Kaz, that you know me. I didn't watch the game, but there was Amrabat now. There was Højlund now. There was Mount. Now your signings are.
You do not get to talk first, my brother. You are also in a bit loud.
Wow.
You are not allowed to
put him on the bench. Man, put him on the bench.
Yeah, you get put back.
Listen. You know what?
That was so rude.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot said from Don from the start of the season. There's been a lot said from me from last season. But I feel like I want Don. Introduce, bro. Introduce.
Hey, listen. I've been saying this from last season about Man United, man. Only thing is, you lot didn't know me. I wasn't on streams. I was chatting to all my United friends and telling them the harsh reality about their club. Yeah, they don't play football. I don't know what type of football they play. And what kept bailing them out last season was Rashford. Rashford kept bailing them out last season. There was so many games I'd watch Man United last season, yeah? They're getting peppered by Wolves, by Brighton, by Villa. All these teams last season were peppering them, but they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. But guess who they had, though? Rashford. They had a weapon in Rashford last season. I said it's not going to be sustainable, and it's caught up with them, you know? These United fans keep saying, oh, let us get all of our players back and all of these things, yeah? Kule the other week said to me, oh, Chelsea haven't got any scary individuals. United have individuals, but as a unit, they've got no cohesion, bro. Yeah? I don't know what they do in training. They've got no patterns, no cohesion. They don't create any clear-cut chances for each other. The movement on the pitch is poor. You've got guys like Rashford that just play for themselves. I've been saying all of this, and Lee's been saying the exact same thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the in-game management, Ten Hag is so stubborn. Why does he take so long to make some of these subs? Do you get what I'm saying? Certain man shouldn't even be in this lineup right now, but because of their name, he's not going to drop them. It's the unfortunate truth for Man United. So, listen, I'm not surprised by this. Because I've been saying this. When I said I believe Chelsea will finish above United, because number one, we've got a lot more quality in this squad. And number two, I'm not convinced with how they've been moving from last season, right, into this season as well. Even in pre-season, I still wasn't convinced then. I was told I'm deluded and all of these things. Obviously, time will tell with Chelsea as well. But Man United, I am not worried by them. Not one bit. You know what is for me, yeah? This is exactly why I wanted my man sold. Lee called me up on it last year. I was singing this because I feel like if you're playing good, you can't roast a man. It's a bit, it's not right in my eyes, isn't it? But there's good reason why I see it. The man's not a football player, bro. Like, the man's not a football player. You know what? This is not yesterday was not on Ten Hag, innit? Like, he played the exact same way, the exact same kind of lineup. He put a few individuals in, and you can kind of see who's a football player and who's not a football player. For me.
Do you know why it is his fault though, Kaz?
Go on. No. I know what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna criticize it, innit? So the way I look at it, this is why I said I do not want to change the winning team that beat Palace. Yeah, because we moved the ball quick, the transition was smooth, and it was hard for them to get back into shape. There was a lot of moments yesterday where there was, everyone knows the new term, the half space, right? Just between the midfield, basically the 10 positions, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times there. Bruno is so slow on the ball. he passes it backwards, and when he does, he tries to do that first time pass where Palace were reading it, meaning people got dodgy touch. Casemiro's high up, deployed up the 8. To be fair, he won the ball back quick, but we didn't do nothing with it afterwards, yeah? And this is why I say, then he gets to Rashford. After the first, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, he had 2 decent runs that looked promising, and after that, absolute shit. And he got hooked in the end. I couldn't believe it. He got moved from left to right and got hooked, yeah? Pelestri should never have come off. Now, I think it's easy to see. You can have all the possession in the world. It's great. When you're parking the bus, you have to find solutions. Now, who's your football players? Who's going to step up? Who's going to do your point? Now, this is why I look at Ten Hag and say, look, it's either you drop these 2 or at least one of them at a time, or you're going to get sacked, bro. So it's either your job or they're going to win. Which one do you want it? Because we see this with Man United managers all the time, over and over.
But Casco, these situations, the issues you've got right now are so similar to Chelsea, bro. Because as much as the players aren't performing, the manager's not helping you in any way, bro. Like, you can't have Mason Mount and Bruno in the midfield together. It just doesn't work, bro. Yeah, you can't have Mason. Mason does not. I don't care if people are showing me clips of him doing the basics and all of these things. Yeah, the guy cannot play in the pivot. That's not his position. He needs to be where Bruno's playing.
Further forward.
Going off Don's point, I think, listen, for me, I feel Ten Hag made the mistake from last season. I said this last season. I've been saying it all along. He folded to his players. Now, everybody kept saying last season, Man United haven't had a better season than Arsenal. And the reason why is because we had fundamentals. Yes, you won a trophy, but look where it's got you. You've gone steps back. Why? Because you're not playing good football. Your manager said, you know what? I'm going to bend to the players and I'm going to play winning football to win this trophy. But long term, what has it done for you? You have no methods, you have no identity, you have no characteristics, no style of play. And now where you're in the position is now Ten Hag wants to do this whole Anana thing, who is crap, by the way. He is absolutely dog crap.
Didn't do anything.
Then you look at your defense. They don't play the way that he wants to do. You bought a manager.
They didn't do anything wrong either.
But it's not about necessarily did they do something wrong or not. It's the style of play. What you're looking at is you're looking at a team that aren't a reflection of the true identity of this manager. Look at Ange. Now, again, it's 6 games, so I'm not going to go crazy. But he's come in and he's saying, look, whatever I do, however I want to play, I'm going to play, and we're going to win, lose, draw by doing that. With your manager, he said, you know what, we're going to try it for half an hour, and then the players, they are at fault, they are at to blame because ultimately they're not good enough. And that's another thing that you need to put at his door. But you have to give this guy more flack than what he's getting. He is horrible. The guy manager is not good enough. And when I look at your team, yesterday I saw a tweet, and it's so true. United fans, you wanted Ten Hag. You got him. Yeah. You wanted Ronaldo, you got him. You wanted Varane, you got him. You wanted Højlund, you got him. You wanted Ole gone, he's gone. You wanted Sancho, you got him. The list goes on and on and on. I don't know how many more things. And again, the board, Kaz, when we talk football, I can agree. The board are fully to blame because you're making so much money. You should be spending more money. But can I not ask the coach to coach? Can I not ask him to do his job? Can I not ask him to say, you know what, this is my style of play. This is the identity. This is what we're going to do going forward. Because right now, Kaz, there's questions to be asked of this manager. And I'm looking at your team and you are horrible. You don't look any better than Chelsea. That's the joke of it. You actually don't. And look where
Chelsea look better. I would actually say Chelsea look better.
It's a micro. It's at the end of the day. I don't even like trying to talk about that because at the end of the day, it's a micro penis competition, isn't it? But I've been saying that Man United have been worse than us this season. They have been worse than us off the pitch and on the pitch, and I don't see it getting much better to the level that they need to get to, especially where Cass predicted that they're going to finish second.
Can we give Anderson? Can we give Anderson
mid off, man? What's going on,
George? Please. Can we just applaud Anderson, please? Because that strike, we're not giving Palace enough credit here, bro. That strike from Anderson again. I didn't watch the game. I can't comment too much on the game, but that strike from that position, and United fans saying his view was obstructed and that. Get out of here, bro.
Anana's got biscuit hands, bro. He's got biscuit hands, bro.
This is where I love it. Yeah. The what's it called? I'm not using this as an excuse because I didn't really want to allude to it, but I'm going to do it because Roms did it. Now, Roms, see all your decisions that you talk about. Oh, Diaz this. I looked at 4 different Tottenham images of you over the years. You've been getting away with VAR for years, bro, but yet the world comes crashing down. I'm glad you suffered in the 96
When we
minutes.
get to Tottenham Liverpool, we'll speak. We're speaking on United. We're speaking on United. Right? You see what he's trying to do? We're speaking on United right now.
I can't like us. I'm on you on that one. I'm happy too.
Yeah.
I'm happy
You know
too.
what? Yeah. The Nathan Ake thing, they said that should have been ruled offside, yeah? The Johnny Evans goal didn't get given as well for exactly the same thing, right? Given offside, yeah? This is why I'm talking about consistency from the PGMOL, whatever the flip they're called, yeah? We're talking about many decisions that have gone wrong. The handball thing with us as well against Bayern, or the handball thing as well against another team. It's not even just against my team. But Anana, if you want to talk about it, there was 2 Palace players offside. They were in the vision of him because I was actually, I saw the goal. I watched it. It was right next to me. Yeah, you could see it. There's 2 players. One's actually blocking the right side, and the other one's pretty much blocking the left side. So he's only got a bit of a vision.
So wait, Kaz, do you feel there was unjust yesterday? Is that what you're saying? Do you feel like you should have won?
No, the way I look at it, this is why I said I'm not making an excuse to not beat Palace the way, even if they did part the bus. I saw Nottingham Forest part the bus and we still beat them. You get me? Like, so I know that it can be done. But I'm saying in terms of consistency, I'm only bringing it up because Roms brought it up, not me. I didn't bring it up. That's
fair.
You know what?
I've now got another question.
Let me
quickly, Don, quickly. I've got one more question here. Simple. Are you now Ten Hag out? That's what I want to know.
I'm not, because it's the same. Because I look towards the last 3, maybe even 4 or 5 years. Yeah, we've had this style of play where you play some games where it looks decent, and the other one is pretty much part of the bus. It's because the style of play we got. Rashford usually plays well when it's transition mode and we sit back. Same with Bruno Fernandes. When it comes to guys that need to step up when a team does part of the bus, yes, they might get the odd moment here, but I don't want moments players and confidence players. I need players that know what they're doing. Like I know Eze or someone. Something like that, or make bit more.
What would you do tactically? Yeah, what would you do tactically? Yeah.
For me, tactically,
more fluid. To be more fluid,
when it comes to tactic stuff, yeah, we got down the wings very well. This is why I say if you didn't watch the game yesterday, just watch it and then be a bit more fair. But then again, I don't want people to not hold it. But I'm talking about the 90th minute. I was there live. We got down the flanks very easy, and we did beat the man. That's the thing. We on the right hand side, anyways, more or less, Mitchell got roasted, fam.
But the problem is, you know what?
Style of play. The one talking about style of play is. This is where I say we controlled the game, bro. And sometimes control doesn't always mean possession because they can concede possession to play the way they want to play. But I'm saying in terms of actually, the only thing that was bad for me is the fact that the tempo was slow and moving it from left to right was slow to keep the lines moving. Unlike Tuesday. So I don't, this is the only thing I'll say down to the manager.
You lot were switching it, you lot were pinging it across and that.
If it was me, I would have hooked Bruno off and I would have hooked Rashford off. 55th minute.
Okay, so I don't feel like you're taking into consideration the team that you played on Tuesday was not the same Palace team you played on the weekend. They stepped up their team at another level. You played their first 11 this weekend. You was never going to break through them as easy.
A question.
I just want to give Anderson some credit because the strike was amazing.
Let me reply to that quickly. This is why I say when you watch the game, it's not exactly this. There was no difference in that Palace team, to be fair. I'm going to be so honest to you. The way they
defended a lot better.
Eze was on the bench on the week.
We got down their flanks a lot easier. It's that we didn't pick our moments in terms of the correct ball, or like Højlund. Oh, that guy should have 2 goals yesterday. This is why I criticize him. He could have smashed it first time, or the other time where I think it pretty much went past him. Pelestri didn't control the ball when he was in on goal in the first half. It's little things like that. Where I say,
Cass, this is what I'm saying though, bro. You can talk about how much you controlled the game and all of these things. You obviously Palace are gonna let you have the ball. Palace came with a. It sounds yes, bro. Yes, exactly. That's why That's why it's very clear. Hold on, let me let my point. That's why it's very clear to me to see the problems. Yeah, when you get in that final third, your end product is so poor. Yeah, Højlund is a raw player. With these young players, like I've been saying for my players, you need to feed them, and make it very easy for them to build that confidence and to get the numbers and to actually win the games. Right now, you lot aren't creating the best opportunities for him to be scoring these goals.
Hold on. See, my thing is,
it's the players as well. It's with the players as well as the management.
See, my thing is, if I go through Liverpool's team, when they have a few players out, if I name those players, they make a big difference to their team, the way they play. Look at Chelsea's team. I know when they get Reece James out, when they get Gusto back, when they get what's his name, Nkunku back, they're gonna make a big difference. With Man City, you see Rodri out, you see bloody John Stones out, they're gonna make a big difference. When I see Arsenal, Partey, Martinelli, Trossard, they're gonna make a big difference. When I look at Man United's team that the players are out, Kabi Maino,
I've been saying this.
Malacia,
player with no
Luke
Premier
Shaw,
League experience,
Luke
by the
Shaw,
way.
Diallo. Hold on. I didn't even finish. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, and Reguilon. None of these players I look at them. I'm like, you know what? They're gonna come in and make a big difference. I'm telling you, Man United.
I'll say
are
one.
big-
Really, out of all of them, I agree with you. I'll say just one because
Sancho.
Martinez, he splits the lines. I can't like he actually starts off attacks for United.
And he's
But that's
had
the
a
only
poor-
one.
and
The
he's had a
other
poor
eight,
start to
the
the
other
season.
eight,
Wait,
the other eight, I agree
He's had
with.
a poor start to
Hold
the
on, Jules.
season.
You're talking
He's had a
about
poor start to the season.
you're exactly, Jules. You're talking about Martinez from last season. Ever
There
since
you
he
go.
picked up that foot injury, bro,
True.
when
This
you
season,
watch him,
yeah.
You've been watching
I
him
saw
this season,
I saw-
bro. I know a man that's
clearly been
playing with
injured.
an injury on his mind. He's playing like he's second thinking his ability, bro, and that's because of his injury.
but this
You
is
don't know what player's gonna come back.
Don, this is my point. My point is scary.
That's a fair
because
point.
I look at Man United and I'm like, look, I'm not saying that they're washed. I'm putting a lot of the flack on the manager because I've said, and again, I don't know how many more times I need to read the stats out. The worst start in 34 years or whatever it is. The
Worst
fact
Premier
you
League
lost,
start
the fact that you lost 7-0.
Yeah, but
to
this
anything.
is
But
this is
hold
my
on,
thing.
guys. My thing is,
Go on.
when I look at Man United, I look at a team and I'm like, I don't know. I saw a comp yesterday. It was a minute on 30 seconds long of Rashford where he's running down blind alleys. I'm running that. So again, I'm not taking away from the players. I'm agreeing with you guys. I can understand your point 100%. So I said I'm not cooking like that. I need to look at your manager. There is no basis of any football. It doesn't make sense.
All right, this is where I say there is though, because yesterday you can see a style. It's just that when it comes to breaking lines, that's not down to a management thing. That's down to a personnel thing. You don't go.
No, you set your attack up in a way. You set your attack up in a way to do that.
Again, like I say, they parked the bus, but we didn't take the moments that we should have because they actually were. This is why I say don't comment on a game. Don't comment on a game that you never watched when I was actually there at the stadium.
I watched the game. I watched the game.
I watched the game.
But guys, not only that. It's not only that.
I watched the game. I promise you I watched the game.
Hamza, you're gonna hold one in a sec as well, yeah. By the way, you guys check the tweet if you don't mind. If you don't mind, you know what I'm saying. So quick, if you, yeah. Look, I'm gonna let Hamza talk, and actually, you know what, Hamza? Before I reply, go on. Have your piece.
Listen, I know. I just think. Listen, to me, I just want that manager to stay. Ten Hag. I don't rate.
Facts.
I know. Okay, your rival saying I want him to stay, so I'm on your side. Yeah, it is there for a reason, bro. Everyone's right, man. Last year you were just depending on Rashford, and Rashford. I said it last season. My guy probably was playing for a contract, but you know what? He was depending on Rashford and Bruno. Without Rashford and Bruno, yeah, this guy would have been sacked because Rashford carried you. You have to be grateful, man. You guys have this every single time. You love throwing players under the bus.
And Old Trafford carried them as well. Don't forget that, Hamza. Old Trafford carried them as well.
Hamza, you know what's mad? The irony is, United looked their best without Rashford, and from the one sample size we saw, they looked their best without Rashford and Bruno. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Another thing.
Rashford can't be a top player last season, whatever it is, and then this season you're already calling him out. You're already booing him out. Your star player.
Because you know what, Hamza?
It comes down to the manager. It comes down to the manager.
Facts.
Look, let me give you an example. Look at Emery. Look at those players that are playing for Emery. Are they as good as United players? No. But why has Emery got those players playing? Why is the likes of Brighton manager losing Caicedo and McAllister and playing the likes of Gilman, Gross and Mahmoud Dahoud coming to Duncan in Old Trafford? You don't see that as a red flag. You see the comeback.
I blame the manager for that one.
You know what as well, Hamza? Yeah. You know what, Hamza? You know what? Yeah. When I look at and again, respectfully, Kaz, you know you're my guy, yeah. But if you think you're playing good football, you're the same guy that you predicted Man United to finish second. So I don't even know how much what you're thinking about. You're the same brother, yeah, and you're my guy, yeah. So I'm calling you out because I can, because I can do that. I need to give you that accountability. You're the same person that predicted Man United to finish second, and you're telling me that you're playing decent football. You're not playing decent football. When I looked at the game yesterday, and again, look, you're right. I didn't watch the whole 90 minutes. I watched about it in truth about 60 minutes, 65 minutes max. I'm telling you, I watched your game yesterday and I thought there was no difference between Ollie Ball and what you're doing now. I thought Ollie Ball was actually better. At least it was sustained counter-attacking. When I'm watching you now, I don't see any. I don't understand. So when you say you're playing good football and you're the same person that's telling me you finished second, and I can put you know it because the receipts were there, and I thought it was crazy that
So
you
let
said
me
you finished second.
reply.
No,
Let me
just finish. 1 second, Kaz. Let me
Go
finish.
on.
Okay. I was gonna say that the thing is with you guys, yeah, there was no style of play. Last year you were dependent on counter-attack. This year, the fact the biggest red flag that and I saw your fan base, I just thought, what us? Like, I'll never ever forget this, yeah. You get battered 7-0 to your rivals. Imagine getting battered. Barcelona beats Real Madrid 7-0. 3 days later, Rashford scores the goal against Real Betis, and he does that. And all I see United fans doing the same thing, cheering. And I'm thinking, what a bunch of losers. You lost your rival 3 days ago, 7-0. Are we serious? This should be a boo. That's when I knew straight away United standards are falling down. For the fact that Brighton got beat by Aston Villa 6-1, yeah, they came to your ground, yeah, and they battered you, they outplayed you. Crystal Palace have lost Olise, they've lost Zaha, Edward wasn't playing, Mateta was playing up front. They had, bro, listen, everyone knows that Crystal Palace with Roy Hodgson coming there and dunking, getting 3 points is a shameful performance, and you have to come out and say, forget.
By the way, Hamza, on that, Hodgson as well, his last 5 appearances at Old Trafford, he ain't lost.
Yeah,
lost,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Roy
Last
Hodgson,
5.
77 years old, whatever it is,
Yep.
comes down and teach. And the only reason why Ten Hag's getting this is because of the Carling Cup. Cards cannot forget that Carling Cup issue. That Carling Cup is the reason. If you didn't win that Carling Cup, I promise you, you don't.
You know what it is. Yeah, this is what I mean about you. Man have short-term vision. Bar Don, I think, bar Don, and Roms. Even when Liverpool were like 11th and 12th last year, remember that one? That one? Yeah. My man wasn't calling him out. Yeah, certain other Liverpool fans were though. Some were sitting on the fence because they wanted the fan base on side once. So I'm just saying, yeah. Along these lines, I still see the long-term vision in terms of trying to change a culture and trying to change the personnel in a team eventually, innit? So, because it doesn't matter the thing is, Hamza, Lee, and everyone, it doesn't matter who you put in charge of this team, yeah? You're going to get a few results, you're going to play that part the bus shit, and then it's going to be the same cycle, and the players win this time. The difference is with this one, I look at it with Ten Hag thinking, you didn't do much wrong yesterday. But right now, there's too much player control in the club, and you can't upset the dressing room too much. I understand the politics behind that, yeah? So, yes, I will criticize Ten Hag. There's managers that have been through the sticks. Arteta, bro. This point last time in your second season, you lot wanted them out. Like all of you, bro. Not even some of you, all of you. So don't even give me that. The thing is, I'm being patient with it. You lot wanted more control in Man United games, yeah? You lot wanted more control in Man United. This is what you're getting. But at the moment, until some personal changes, this is the season we should have had last season, in my opinion. Yeah, and we should have established something instead. So the way I look at it is, bro, in the long term,
overachieved, didn't it?
I think he's going to achieve not the Premier League. While we have these owners, we'll never achieve the Premier League, yeah, but we'll sustain something, right? And that's the way I look at it for me. And because it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't matter who you put in charge. It's going to be the same problem.
Kaz, can I just respond to what you're saying though? Because I have an answer for all of what you just said. The reason why Ten Hag gets more flack, the reason why even Poch isn't getting away with absolute murder is because he's gone into his ideal situation where he's had money and he wanted to work with young players because that's his forte. Your manager has been a manager for over 10 years, worked with some of the best, and he's had money and he's been backed. And he's been a manager for a long time. When we talk about Arsenal, this has been a manager who had walked into a job.
I don't care.
No, we don't know. No. Okay, I'm not saying that we should care. I'm not saying, but I'm giving you. Wait. No, okay, you don't need to care. I don't care either. I'm agreeing with you. We wanted him out, and I wanted him out at a period of time. But when I'm saying to you, Kaz, what he worked with in that time period in the first 2 years, I don't know if you know, but Arteta spent. He spent 80 million pounds. Your manager in the same time period has spent 400 million pounds. So when we talk about the two managers, it's almost quite difficult to compare because he's brought in 11 players. We had to remember, just to give you context, we had to sign Cedric, we had to re-sign Louise, we had to keep all of these players, we had to get rid of Aubameyang, it's totally different. So again, I'm not disputing Arteta. I'm not disputing Arteta.
At this moment of time, Man United, if we're going to compare situations, this is what I mean about giving managers time. I feel like most people forget about that. Giving time doesn't mean 1 year, by the way, unless it's absolutely dire. Yeah, I understand that
But
part.
it is dire because
Yeah,
Kaz,
it's gonna.
you know why, Kaz, though?
I'm
You
not
know why?
allowing this. One sec, let me speak. Yeah, I'm not allowing this. You know why I don't want to allow this? Yeah, it's because for the last decade, what have we seen? What kind of football have we seen? It's the same situation over and over again. It's breeded horrible. Like this is not bar the owners. I'm talking the dressing room itself. Yeah. There's no manager that's ever had total control. Jose Mourinho tried it, got sacked, bro.
Kaz,
He was
Kaz,
too nice.
can I ask you a
He brought
question?
this on himself, though.
Wait, Kaz, can I ask you a question, bro?
No.
So
You always
why,
different.
wait, knowing all of this, Kaz, knowing all of
Go
this,
on,
why
go
at the
on.
start of the season did you still say that you're going to
Thank you.
finish
No,
second?
thank
It
you.
doesn't make
Yeah, you
sense.
can't
You just said all of
backtrack
this.
It comes down to this. It comes down to this. I've overrated the players. Clearly, I've overrated the players. That's it. There's nothing more to it.
Like
And
who?
what else do you want it? So wait, no, 1 sec. Let me finish there because this is my little part of my segment. Yeah, I'm not even mad. This is the thing because I'm happy. Because guess what? The more the club gets devalued, anyways, the worse it is for the owner situation. So I don't give a shit. I'm winning, bro. Like the way I win it, I want my team. I want my team to win, though, and it does hurt. But at a point, I'm like, I'm used to this so much over the last decade. What's new? What's new? This manager's the right manager. No, he was better than the last manager. No, he should have been given the players and that money. It's always the same thing. Yeah,
I get that. I get the cycle. I get.
But when you're trying to establish a style, when you're trying to establish something within the players and stuff, and trying to get the personal right, and like removing certain players out of the positions at the right times when you can, then so be it. You're gonna have to suffer. Like this is Lee. Lee said this last year. That's why I said it's probably happening this year. Yeah. You're gonna have to. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Okay, you see the thing what's scary for you, yeah?
We've had a more spicy Arsenal in that situation. So if Arteta and Pochettino and I don't know, even Klopp and all them, if they're allowed to strip down a team to the core, and allow them to rebuild everything going forward, not loans.
But Kaz,
Then wait for it, G. This is why
hold on. Again,
you man are too much, man. You man, this is why I call you man fast food FCs, bro.
But Kaz, we're not talking about that. We're saying what we see.
Yeah, but
Kaz,
you're
what
not
we
fast
see.
food, fam. You want
Hold
something
on, Kaz. What we're saying is, I think what everybody on the panel is saying is, we can agree. Football chat, we can understand that the manager has a difficult job with all the other stuff that's going around. I think George has said that. I think Romsey said that. Hamza said that. Don said that. But what we're saying is, your manager came in with an idea. We all thought he was going to play triangles, build up play, etc., tiki taka, all of these different things. But the football itself is horrible. It is not good. So when we look at this, it's an identity that you're still saying. And then now you see Ange, who is literally doing wonders with what he has, with not the same amount of backing.
5 games.
It is so difficult for us to look at your squad.
Wait, Jules, let me just say something on the manager. Yeah, the thing is, though, Cass. Yeah, I get it. Yes, United, you end up finding yourself in the same situation. Like you get a new manager, you get a little bit of a bounce, and then the same thing happens a year later because ultimately you're rotten from the top, innit? From the top down, you're rotten. But it is gonna get to a situation, where it's untenable, bro, with Ten Hag, where if he's not picking up these results, because right now, bro, he has more than enough right now to be beating a Palace, to be beating a Wolves, to be beating these teams. He's not setting up his teams correctly. He's not giving players right instructions correctly. He's not coaching correctly. He's not making the right subs correctly. This goes down to the manager. He's got to take responsibility for the management, bro.
And
as much as I can acknowledge everything else, he is not doing what he needs to be doing right now for you guys. And neither are the players.
And wait, you have to consider. He signed 11 players. 11 players. How can you sign? 11 players is a full first team. How can you sign 11 players and still not play your system? It makes no sense.
So wait.
He has got no talent.
You're mute, I think. Romsey, you're mute.
Yeah, Kaz, quickly, like I said, because Kaz will vouch. I said this to Kaz 2-3 weeks ago. The thing with Ten Hag, I hate these man, but I said to their fans that are Ten Hag out, cut him a bit of slack because they had so many first team injuries. But I said, once they come back, let's actually see what Ten Hag's on. They're slowly coming back. Hoyland's now played 3-4 games in a row. Amrabat's had his second start. Who else came back yesterday? Mount came back, as much as United fans don't like him. Now it's played the slowly coming back. We're still seeing the same patterns. And this is why week by week, it's just going to intensify. The pressure's going to carry on intensifying on Ten Hag. And I think we all know, maybe Kaz might not agree, but I think eventually he will get sacked if this carry on to persist. Because at the end of the day, player power will prevail. it's going to come down to the manager. The players will always win in the end. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. But that's what I'm saying. The players are now coming back. Yes, they still got a few. Because Kaz, out of your first teams that actually get into the first 11, who would you say is out, bar Martinez and probably Basaka?
So look.
Sancho, bro.
Now, you know what? Bar all of that, this is why I say when people get onto Anthony, yeah, as well. This is why I don't get onto him as much as the next person. Is because
no receipts.
It's because the way I look at it, yeah, I look at Nottingham Forest, and I'm gonna go off that sample size and that receipt. He was our best player, like easily, like he was the one that broke stuff down. Like you can clearly see how much he holds the shapers. I'm not saying he's the greatest thing in the world, by the way, and I'm not saying he's the best player in the world. But sometimes you need a squad player to do what they done. Like yesterday, you can clearly see if Jack Grealish was playing and held the width that he should have and be like as disciplined. This is why you can see when players do what they're told, it can make a big difference.
Right, Ted, so tell us, what do you want? What do you want to see? What do you want him to do? What do you want to see?
One second.
Couldn't they want me to play something on stream?
Yeah. He wouldn't. But listen, I'm not doing it.
I'm not saying literally. I heard it too, bro. I got it too.
Let me listen.
Let me land, yeah. This is what I'm trying to.
Tell us what you want to see.
I'm trying to go off of.
How do you win games?
Bruv, let me land for fuck's sake.
No, we want to hear. Look, so tell us, how do you win
Fucking
games?
no, bro. I'm just trying to say, you're getting me rattled, fam. Talking over me. It's not about Man United that gets me rattled. It's the talking over me that gets me rattled.
I hear. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'm not a Nagal in it or something, an over positive type fan. I feel like I'm more balanced, try to be more reasonable. And yes, I can be very emotional, reactionary in it. I understand that part. But at this point, I'm not. I want the team to be strict. You say 11 players, but you're saying about the players. Did you think he wanted Ericsson on the free? Do you think he wanted to sign Reguilon on loan? Do you think he wanted to sign all the other players, Weghorst on loan and all these kind of loanies?
But you don't be saying Reguilon was good for you though. You don't be saying he's good.
As a loan, it's okay because you got 2 left back injuries, bro. So it is where it is. So I'm looking at it as a consensus of as a top. As, as he build his squad, no. So I'm gonna wait for the first time as in the last decade for a manager to build his squad to a degree, to a degree, and I'm gonna judge it more from there because guess what? It's gonna be the same cycle. You go and get in a Hansi Flick or whoever you want. I don't care what manager you name. It's gonna be the same thing because guess what? Jose Mourinho, LVG. These are coaches, by the way. These are actual coaches. And then you got your Ollies. And then you've got flipping David Moyes. And then you got Ragnick. It's the same thing over and over again. So as much as you want trying to get me to think Ten Hag, no, 1 sec. When you lot are trying to say Ten Hag, you want me to say Ten Hag out so bad, it's not going to happen with me. So the way I'm not saying that, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that. Right now, I'm letting you know the reality of the situation. That's what I'm doing. So let me land here. So let me, because we need to move on to other teams, yeah? The way I'm looking at it is like this.
We do.
I'm gonna, even if it's not looking great right now, I know there needs to be results at the same time to keep the club going. Otherwise, if you lose, you have to make most out of your dressing room and your players. But the thing is, you lot want to scream a style, but then you want W's like to see so you can see what Man United are doing. But guess what? The type of players, there's too many different styles of players. So until they end up getting removed and stuff like that, I'm just gonna.
So what do you want, Kaz? What do you want? What do you want?
Hold on, Kaz. You made me laugh. You've gone from yeah. Go on, bro. You land your point. Go on, bro.
I've gone from what? Go on.
You've gone, from fair enough, you've acknowledged that you overrated your players, yeah. You've gone from predicting your team are going to finish second to now saying that 7 games in, you need to strip the whole club and start again.
Yeah, what? Bro. But then it's like me, Don. You predicted third, but your team's finishing 12th. So what's the difference?
But the thing is, I've predicted that we're going to finish 4th. I've changed us and Liverpool.
Can we talk about teams that are actually going to do something this season?
One sec, yeah.
Because I agree, Joe.
I want to know what Kaz is thinking. I want to know what Kaz wants.
I'm trying to, but
I'm agreeing with you. Let Kaz finish,
interrupting, yeah. The same guy that was 9 points above us at one point last season, George, we end up being above them at Christmas when people said you're going to finish 7th and 6th and shit like that, yeah. So if we want to go off history, we can do that. But I'm being patient. I'm allowed to be patient because I know the story. I've seen it over and over again. The rivals want to laugh at us. You want me to say Ten Hag out. You want me to say this. But I have to agree with the manager. Not in every department as a fan because I'm not the manager. But I'm allowed to be patient with it until I see something. Because every time a manager comes in, he gets a year. He does okay. There's a reason why we do Champions League, then no Champions League. Champions League, then no Champions League, yeah? It's the same thing. So until I allow him to build his team to a part which I can see, if it don't look good, then get him out. But right now, it's only 7 games in. It's not the worst thing in the world. We're not many points, or things can change in the click of a fingers. You know, like Arsenal lose next week to Man City, and then we get another 3 points against Brentford. All of a sudden, that gap's a little bit smaller, but it doesn't really make a difference. Because guess what? My team was never going to win the league anyways. So second, third, fourth, or technically fifth is no different to me because it's still Champions League ball and there's no trophy with it. So that's the way I look at it. And I'm gonna call the players out of last game, not the manager, and I'm allowed to do that.
Kaz, Kunle's got something to say. Can I run it?
Is it gonna get me demonetized?
No.
No.
Go on.
Believe you need more people.
No.
Kaz, we don't believe you. You need more people. You are stressed, nigga. You are stressed. His face is turning red, all sorts. Man, tell me he doesn't care. Look at him. He's fighting.
You know what? I think
now.
honestly, yeah.
Play this. Are you even playing this on the show? Play this voice though. Kaz is stressed.com about he's winning. Does that look like a face of a winner right now? Look at him.
Oh, one sec. Anyways, big up Kunle, man. But respectfully, don't say the N-word on the show. I told you lot, man. Idiots.
You know what? I'll be real. Yeah, I'll be real. Like from a football point of view, listen, I'm not thinking anything other than the manager just needs to do a bit more to show something in it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I can agree on that part. But that's players.
It's so shameless.
We need to move on. I've got 6 super chats to do. Ed says, if Dr. MBE don't bag, it's bait how much he hinders us.
Dr. MBE.
MBE turned into a Bamiyang since he signed the thing.
Bro, it's them trips to America in pre-season. I said, listen, the guy's not looking good. He's looking sluggish. Oh, it's only pre-season. Let's wait. No, bro. He was looking like now. Bro.
Let me get through these because I don't want this to be like a match long show. FB says Lee wants Ten Hag out of the job so bad. Weird. If that's bad, why can't he stay at his job?
I want him to stay. I'm just giving accountability.
Says, Eric 10th place. Hag spent the money and bought the players. He wanted no excuses. Always players and tactics. The only thing I can say about that is the profile looks a bit dodgy, but when it comes to Man United, they know we're going to overpay one way or another. Mix Mitchell says, Cass, you said he has to go if you lose the Palace. No, I said he has a game-by-game basis. That's what I said, so don't do that. O'Malley says, to be fair, Ange is doing it with his first 11 or 12. Ange couldn't do it with a squad. Can't judge ETA until he has his first 11 as well. Like the thing is, in this day and age, it's always down to the first thing, which I don't understand why we didn't do it. The thing is, Ange's got a midfield in it. He's got a good midfield.
It doesn't, man.
Anyways, he's
so shameful.
I experienced it firsthand. I experienced it.
I'm not gonna. I'll tell you.
Best midfielders missing Bentacle.
No. Let me talk.
Can we speak on Liverpool and Spurs, please?
We're about to say. That's why I said, if you lot just card them out, I can get through these and then we can move on.
Cool.
But as I was going to say, difference is Liverpool bought a brand new midfield. Technically, Tottenham's is like a brand new midfield. Chelsea got a brand new midfield. And their issue is that they got injuries, to be fair, on that part. Jimmy says, Chelsea fan piping up about Ten Hag when his club runs through more managers in the season than goals. You are not better. Your manager is mediocre too. And yeah, on that part, the thing is, this is what I mean. When Don, we're allowed to crash it, but when Don talks his piece, he's not talking on a Chelsea perspective. He's just talking on a fan perspective.
Football head, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Difference is though, yeah, Havertz has got more goals than Chelsea last month. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on to the main game. Well, one of the main games.
The main game.
You know what, George, move on.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, man.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Man. You know, I know my man Roms. He took a very.
He's
long
starting first.
Yeah, no. Should we start with the excuses, or let the top
No. I got 3 points.
Oh, wait, actually, George, 1 sec. There's 1,500 people right now in here, and there's 289 likes. I haven't asked once this show, not once. No one even in here said that the likes are too small. This could be on 1,000 likes in the click of a fingers, right? I can't lie. I want to see them creep up. If you guys don't mind, exit your live chat. Stop talking on the chat quickly if you don't mind. Respectfully, and then like the video because it does help, man. This will push out to next people. That 1,500 next week will turn to 2,000. That 2,000 could turn to 3,000. And guess what? We got a good community here, innit? The community in the chat, I love you lot, man. I can't lie, man. You are what makes Never a Foul great in the end of the day as well. And all these guys who's got channels in the description, just like Lee. I I don't know, Hamza, you got a channel. You need to tell me as well so I can add it.
I don't even do it. I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're just merchant, innit? But what's it called? Yeah, if you guys can like the video quickly, again, just a reminder, please boost this as quick as possible, man. And then I don't need to ask for the full show. If you get me 500 minimum, I won't even ask again until the end. But yeah, man, Jules, crash it, man.
Yeah, man. So my man Roms and Monts, they both took very long trips down to North London, man. And I know it was a very nice day. They were hospitalized very well. They're welcome. I told them they'll get a proper atmosphere at the Tottenham ground. And I was told by Monts pre-game we're gonna get taught a lesson. Same old, man. Rom said the same thing. Same old. This is Spurs. We do the business. We're unbeaten at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then what? We got 20 minutes of good football. And then after that, it was Alan Kirbishley's West Ham that showed up. One long route, one ball.
You're so cheeky. No, go on. You're so cheeky.
And do you know? Wait.
So cheeky.
Hold it, Rom.
No. Do you know what? We'll be honest. You guys played good for the first 50 minutes. And I liked how.
No, not 15. Not 15. Until Jones got sent off, we were all.
You know 25. What, Rom? You want to do that, but you're acting out today. I don't like the way you're moving, okay? Let the guys speak.
Yeah, look, so you had 25 minutes of good football. And look, it was a good game, actually. It wasn't really just further than that, we're breaking back for you guys.
Go on, George. He can hear from the background, man. This guy's getting on my nerves.
Ah, beautiful. Liverpool, man. I'm not trying to hear the excuses today. I'm really not. The Jota red card, let's talk on it. It went over. He went over on the ball. It was a bit harsh. It's probably one of those things in football that aren't intentional, but it has to be a red card. It has to be a red card. Quite frankly, the studs were showing foot right into the leg breaking tackle potentially, and you saw the way that Basuma's leg even buckled. It looked like it could have sprained his ankle, been a lot worse. So yeah, no, it could have been really bad. So it had to be a red card, especially when you saw the slowdown. I do think VAR probably does make they shouldn't slow it down and show the still images. They should show the full motion, because then it gives a fair, a bit more of a fair viewing of the tackle. But guys, come on, there's no excuse on that. The offside decision.
I can't lie, Roms.
It tasted beautiful. I'm so glad. I am so glad it's happened, because again,
what did they not draw the line or something?
Wait, Hamza, we are talking to Liverpool. The team that get decisions go their way every time.
They're named after VAR.
Roms, I can't lie, bro. I think you deserve it for all the decisions that go your way, but at the same time,
how many years?
Oh my word, yeah. This goes. You know what? Did you man hear the excuse? By the way, so this is the same guy got the Wolves one. This is the same guy that got the Wolves one.
They said check complete, assuming that the goal's going to be given. This is the most wild thing, bro.
VAR said, apparently it was miscommunication between VAR and the referee, and then the referee giving it. But the VAR lot are trying to blame on the referee.
They're trying to say, and they were actually trying to say, no, we approved the goal. George, have you finished? Because I've got a lot to say.
No, of course I haven't finished. I'm going through it motion by motion, and look, after that, look, let's be real. We played better football from them. From the 10 men went down, I feel like we took control of the game after we scored the goal.
Sherlock. Sherlock. You had 11 men.
Wait.
You played.
But that doesn't. No, let's be real. That doesn't really change the game too much with 10 against 11, especially when you're playing against Liverpool. Wait, when you're playing against your team. No, when you play against Liverpool, out of most teams in the Premier League, Liverpool is a team that you know can handle the 10 men, because their attack. You play such quick football. You don't need to keep the ball. Your transition counter attack is so quick that, like you saw, even with 10 men, the Diaz Salah is just lightning. You're gonna break through the lines, but Maddison put on an absolute masterclass. He showed Szoboszlai wagwan, because what we heard every season. First it was Bruno, then it was Odegaard, then it was like, bring Szoboszlai. We'll see if he can handle him. And he's put on a clinic every time. That pass to Richarlison, by the way.
Maddison wasn't even your best midfielder, bro.
No, he wasn't. But let's talk about that pass. That pass to through to Richarlison, line breaker. Joe Gomez seen
fair.
Time and time again. And do you know what? Yeah, I wasn't surprised with Liverpool yesterday, because you did defend very well. You defended very well for the second half. I'll give it to you. I was actually disappointed with the way that we performed. I feel like we were very predictable. We just kept moving the ball side to side. Kulu could have been a bit more clinical. He had the ball in a lot of space time and time again, but he just kept cutting back in on the left side. But I just feel like we played a better game, man. Like we done the job. At the end of the day, you need a bit of luck to go your way. But that shows like all these other seasons when Liverpool have had this, where they've gone down to the last minute, they've got the goals. We call them mentality monsters for it. No matter how the goals they get the goal in, whether it's lucky or not. And now Tottenham's starting to do that this season. I've seen my team show resilience. We've been a team that usually last season and all the seasons prior to that, we get called Spursy. We concede late-minute goals. And now we're a team that's damaging teams last minute, taking them down to the wire and just being relentless time and time again. So I can only be proud of the performance. Of course, I want to see more. I want to see better. But to get over the hump that we finally beat Liverpool after however long the unbeaten streak, it was needed. It was needed. It was much needed. So Liverpool fans were talking all of this about easy game, and now you guys got taught a lesson. Yeah, look, we needed the referees to go our way. We needed the referees to go our way a little bit, but let's be real. If there's one team that's not having it, I'm not having it from Liverpool fans. I'm really not, because you guys.
Before your segment, I can't lie, Roms. Before your segment goes, I can't lie. In 9 men, your title contenders this year, bro. You know what?
This is what I come on to.
See that yet, brother? 9 men will beat Man United's 11. How about that?
Cool, because Kaz, you know me. Yesterday spoke volumes. You know me. I've said I think we're going to tail off. I think we're not going to keep up with City and Arsenal. Yesterday showed me everything I need to see. I'm saying it with chest now. We are title contenders, and I say this to say this. The first 25 minutes, Jordan. I don't care what you say. We were all over you, bro. You would think we were the home side. We were all over you. For me, we were batting you pillar to post. Jones, I will say, it is unfortunate because he tries to go for the ball, but you go over the ball, studs, it's high. It is a red. It's unfortunate, but it is a red. I'll admit that, right? Even with 10 men, I still think we look more potent than you. Yes, you had the ball, but I still think we look more threatening. I was saying to Monts next to me.
At what point in the game, though? Because it was only the last, after we scored in the second half, yeah, you can tell our team got a lot more complacent. And then with the last 10 minutes of the second half, you started to take, the first half, so you started to take.
No, George, I'll say before
when we come out of the second half, we played way better than you. Even the start of the second half, we dominated.
I don't know if I agree, George, because cool. After Jones's red card, yeah, we then scored. Then Diaz had the unjust decision, right? Which I'm not even going to go on too much. But listen. Is this a surprise now? Because they're going to come out and apologize and think we're going to be all right with this. This will happen another 3-4 times this season. We know what the officials are like. We know what VAR is like. So I'm not even going to go on that. We're all hurting. Yes, it should have been a goal, but it is what it is. I'm not even trying to dwell on that too much. But I'm here to speak on my boys because I'm proud of them. And to go 9 men down for 25 minutes and you lot struggle to get a goal, that speaks volumes. And like what Kaz said, I now have a stout contenders because even after the red for Jones, bro, we opened you up, I think, once or twice. So Bozza kept playing it wide to the Salah's
What player, by the way? So Bozza, what player?
He's a joke because he was our outlet. Every time he got the ball, we were playing intricate and he was playing it wide to Diaz. For me, and I said this to Mont, Diaz's end product needed to be better. The amount of times he had acres of space. And you know what? Credit to your back four, because Mickey van der Ven, for me, was the man of the match. He was excellent.
That brother is the fastest player in the league. I don't care what none of you say. That guy's acceleration is off the charts.
And George, do you know why you are so fortunate? Quickly. You know why you're so fortunate? Because for me, if Nunes comes on, I think we actually take the game by storm. But that second red ruined it all for us. Because the first one thing I'll say, and our fans need to accept this: the first yellow shouldn't have been a yellow. But when you know you're on a yellow, your temperament needs to be much cooler. You can't then fly into challenges like that. And the thing is, I think with Udogie, he was going nowhere anyway. Matic wasn't there covering. He did not need to make that challenge. So for me, I can't have that much sympathy for Jota. The first one, a yellow, but then don't make that challenge when you're on a yellow to get sent off. Then 9v11, George, this is what I think is embarrassing for you lot. 9v11, and big up Patrick, because Patrick linked me in once after the game. He said the same thing. He said, you two, I'm not even going to lie, I thought you lot would get the draw. And it would have felt like a win for us and a loss for you lot. But 9v11, understandably, you're going to have more of the ball. You dominate us. I mean, you've got 2 extra men. But the way we held our own and our resiliency, and let's be honest, we even hit you on the break a few times. There was a few times.
No.
Hit on the break. So and on the right hand side, there was a few times.
Hit us on the break, and guess what? We shut you down every single time. When Basuma caught Salah out on the wing, shut him down. The 1v1, he went nowhere. He did not want it with Basuma. Salah actually had a poor game yesterday, by the way. I wanted to talk on that because Utd,
I wouldn't say poor.
Shut him up. No, let's go.
It wasn't his best, but I wouldn't say poor.
When he drifted on in the inside and that, he made a bit of work. But when he was out on that right side, he went nowhere. Utd had him wrapped up, nothing on that right hand side on the wing. And then you want to talk about what you call it, the chances they had. You didn't even create no chances with 9 men. And from the 9 men, you guys sat flat back 5.
No, that's what I'm saying, George. 9 men we didn't, but 10 men we did. 9 men, of course, we had to put everyone behind the ball. But even when it was 10v11, I still think we look more threatening than you lot. I think we created more clear-cut chances, even with 10 men.
I feel like you move the ball better because I think that, yeah, we're gonna overload more. So then you're gonna find gaps in our defense. And the problem is that once you went down to 9 men, and especially not even in the 9 men, once you had 10 men in the second half, you guys were playing behind the ball. There was no gaps. We couldn't play through the lines. There was no lines to play through. You had a flat back 5, back 6, and I'm not going to sit here and like be mad at my team for not being able to break that down. Liverpool is one of the best defenses in the league, and if Liverpool are playing a low block, of course you're going to struggle to break them down. We didn't have a striker like Son came
George,
off.
can I ask you a question?
One of our best players and best finishers.
George, quickly,
this creative in the middle.
This brings me on to my point, George. This is why I say you lot might need that extra clear, because when Son and Madders come off, I said to Mont, why are they coming off? Then I remember they've hardly trained this week. They were facing late fitness tests, right? But the minute them two came off, understandably, you lot had more of the ball, but you didn't look like breaking us down 100%. At all. Where I think if you had, even if you had a Bentancur has that eye of the needle pass. You needed someone else, because that's for me. That's worrying. That's worrying for you lot, because the minute. Say that again.
You have to credit them though. They won ugly, bro.
I'm gonna credit them, but for me to have 9 against 11 and to struggle and to win it with the last kick of the game, I'm backing my boy. Listen, I'm so proud of my boys, because for us to hold out 25 minutes with 2 less men, I can't lie. If this is any other team in the league, I think Spurs going to spank them. I'm talking 3-4-1. For us to hold on and lose the last minute of the game, I'm proud of us. If anything, I take encouragement from that. Yes, we lost the game.
Ultimately, yeah.
You can.
Go on.
Cool. Roms, listen. I fully get what you're saying about you respect your team, you're proud of them and whatnot. But you can't try and flip it and say Spurs couldn't even break down a team with 9 men, because you literally put everyone behind the ball, bro, and you were set out to just defend and have that low block. And with what you're saying there, yeah, with the subs that Spurs made, this is my problem with Spurs. Solid 11, but like back in the day with Poch, their bench and their depth is poor, right? If you're bringing on guys like, who did you bring on, Jules? Was it Skip that came on?
Brought on Solomon, Skip, Højbjerg, Velis.
Come on, man. These guys ain't breaking down.
Yeah, but the thing is though, we know that, and we have players come back, like Bentancur's due back, Brian Hill's due back. Obviously, Perisic went out of an ACL. No Johnson. So if you look at that, that's already 4 creative players that we've lost, and we haven't had so far to lose. So Perisic won't be back, and the other 3 will be back. They'll be able to. But I do agree.
After Guneli, I've got one more thing to say. After Guneli,
the best player in the league, apparently the best midfielder, the best player in the league, got subbed off. The most creative player in the league got subbed off when you need a goal. Why is no one talking about that? Because last week he turned up in the Emirates apparently, and
who you talking about?
Apparently,
he just as Don just mentioned, he trained first time on Thursday.
You're being shameless. Here. I can't lie. Madison, they were facing late.
Because Odegaard scored a penalty, you got him feeling nice. But Madison controlled another game against a big 6.
Hold on. When you needed a goal, I just want to know why the best player in the league, the guy that's meant to crash it on the opposition, he was off the pitch and they scored.
All right, if you actually watch the game, I know. You're asking a question. I'm answering it for you. If you watch the game with your eyes, you would know that he orchestrated everything. And when when you're like half fitness, but like you still orchestrate everything, still show like.
I don't know about that.
He still shows the Bozo levels, and you're not fully 100%, but you still ball out and have an amazing performance. We took him off and said, you know what, you need a rest, son. It's all right. But we've got other players like Porro and so on that can create goals, and that's why we got the win in the end. The funniest thing is when we look at teams like Arsenal, and when the start of Arteta, the change of Arteta, where it started to go your way and you started to get luck, we praised them for all their luck. You create your own luck, we said. You create your own luck. You've got to have be in the momentum. You've got to have that feel.
Listen, I'm not
feeling factor around your club. And that's what we have. We have. So and you could talk about the one player, but Maddison again, he balled out. He's balled out against Arsenal, balled out against United, balled out against Liverpool. So now he's done 3 of the top 6. and he's only got 2 more to go. And Man City, don't be surprised when he shows KDB well one. And Chelsea, they ain't got no one. So that's a rollover. That's a rollover.
Quickly,
And
George.
guess what? Poch is going to lose his job at White Hart Lane in a few weeks.
I was gonna say, yeah, 2 players that I can't lie, I have to call out from my club is Gravenberch. What are you doing? When you get the ball, run into the corner and just shield it. Why are you trying to beat Mickey van der Ven? Van der Ven then intercepts the ball, plays it to Højbjerg. And this is where Endo, my guy, there's something called dark arts. There's something called being smart. When Højbjerg's on the break, tug him. There was 30 seconds left. Just tug him. You then play it to I think Kulusevski plays it out wide to Porro, then you get the goal. But that was a lack of inexperience from Gravenberch, and that's Endo not being experienced enough. Like, you need to tug them back. There are 2 instances that last goal could have been prevented, and the minute that went in, me and Watson didn't speak to each other for about 10 minutes after that. But in the moment, I was distraught. I wanted to cry. I've woke up today. I've watched the game back. I've actually rethought things. And 9 men against your 11. We're back. We're in this title race now. We're going to beat whoever we're playing midweek. We're going to beat Brighton next week. City or Arsenal, one of them's going to drop points, if not both. Listen, it's not doom and gloom for Liverpool. I'm proud of my guys, and I'm encouraged by yesterday.
From Jules' point of view, because I know you
I'm
got currently the best midfielder in the league.
I know what he's trying to do. Look, Chris trying to do. He's trying to build up. We're not Arsenal fans. We're not Arsenal fans. Don't even start this.
You know,
don't start this.
You don't want me to ask, right? You want me to ask?
No, because this is what you're gonna do. Is
you want me to ask?
The best midfielder in the league. Yeah, so you got the best defender. In the league.
Let him land.
I don't want to hear that.
Jules,
Let him
do you
land.
want me to
Let's
ask
see.
you the question or not? That's a yes or no.
Go for it.
So you got your shiny new keeper from Italy who's now meant to be number 1. You got the best centre back pair.
Number 1 in what?
You got the best Italian keeper because they want Donnarumma out, yeah, and they want this.
I did. He doesn't start for.
You got the best left back apparently in the league. You got now Pedro Pro that's getting goals. He's assisting. He's defending better.
Facts.
Romero, he's a World Cup winner, and you got Van der Ven who's rapid. He can get back, etc., etc. Your midfield 3. You're getting Bentancur, so that's also adding on top. You've got Son scoring goals. Doing madness.
You see the vision, bro.
Listen, your manager now. Your manager is listen.
Lee's setting you up to knock you.
Show them.
Your manager's doing wonders. He's doing wonders.
Show them.
With no money. So where are you finishing in the league? Like, what's going on here? What are you back?
All right. So after saying all of that, prior in the show, we all did just highlight that Tottenham has the first 12, 13 players that are very good and a very good squad. A very good 13.
I know what you're gonna do.
Wait. It's no. It's a very good group of 13 players. But like every team, we're gonna get injuries. You can't, and guess what? I'm not gonna use injuries as excuses for my team. But when we do get those injuries, we haven't got good enough players to replace them on the bench currently. The thing is, if we can get to January without any injuries, and then we sign two more attacking or creative players, and then we just bolster our squad in general, and then another centre back. So we sign 3 good players for our team to push on. Now I'd expect our team to be solid top 4. Like, when I mean solid top 4, I would only be a good gap from 5th, at least a good like.
Do you trust Levy to do that?
Gap.
Do you trust Levy to do that?
You know, I think Levy, after seeing this start, at the end of the day, he didn't give Ange this much to work with in summer. After seeing this start, we didn't invest all of Harry Kane's money. He's only gonna want to back him because at the moment, no. All right, I'm showing you now. All right, you've asked me a question. Can I answer it, Cass?
I didn't ask you it, but I'm just telling you.
No, but Roms did. So let me answer it. Right. So again, we've had this start to the season. It's going to continue to be pretty good. I don't see us falling off. And if you look at our next 5 fixtures, they look like a lot of fixtures that we can pick up points in. So I don't see us falling off anytime soon. If we can
George, Luton early kickoff.
George, can I say one thing though?
Luton are playing midweek though. They're playing midweek, so 2 games.
Let me just say one thing though. Yeah, my thing is, you've got no Carabao Cup. You've got no Europe, so you've literally got 1 game because your FA Cup don't start until January.
I'm not. No, if you want me, what you're trying to do is you want me to say title challenge. And I'm not stupid enough to think. Wait. Lee. I'm not stupid enough to think that a team in its first season of a manager should be title challenging. If they did title challenge, I'd be happy, but that would be overachieving. I don't expect this team to title challenge.
Unity, just before you go as well, Unity, quickly, just before you go, one thing I want to say to Spurs fans as well, I rate Vicario, but calm down on him, because they're waxing lyrical about the 2 saves. They were both straight at him. Like, I don't get all of this crazy. I rate him. I do rate him. Listen, I do rate Vicario, George. I want to put that in. I rate Vicario, but yesterday when they're like, oh, them 2 amazing saves. Robbo and Gakpo shot straight
We
at
had
him.
Lloris, bro. When Lloris was against Newcastle and they shot straight at him 5 times in a row, we conceded 5 in 20 minutes, bro. We've come a long way, bro. We've come a long way.
You're starving.
You've had a solid keeper for years, so you don't realize how like you take it for granted. Bro, I've been watching Kepa, and when
we don't, bro. We don't. Listen, he's been our savior for the past year. Even yesterday, Maddison saved, Alisson Son saved the volley, Alisson saved. A lot of keepers can see them 2 goals. Best keeper, man.
I hear what Jules is saying, because there's so many chances that Sanchez has saved, yeah, that Kepa is letting in, bro. As much as I don't rate Sanchez like that, I can see a little bit.
I hear you. Yeah.
Let me do this. Wrap up the Tottenham talk quick, because Hamza does. Yeah, man.
I wanna say something about the Tottenham one as well.
Okay, go on then.
Listen, I was gonna say this.
We're not working.
I'm listening because I know certain clubs here, they complain, man. Bro, they complain about little things. If I complain, I would have won yesterday. I would have gone against Newcastle. Pep would not have been given a
Hamza,
yellow
let's be real. We all do it. We all do it.
Listen,
every single club.
But you guys complain so much, man. But the world has to know. Like, we have to, like all of us.
You're a hypocrite.
No, 1 second.
Last week on the Gal stream, you say you don't make no excuses. You made a video yesterday making excuses and trying to make
Hamza, what did you say about saves? You said the ref was against us. Against Newcastle, like the ref was against us.
No, we know what happened. Yeah, we're not gonna say. I'm not gonna complain about it. Whatever it is. I could, like you guys. But listen, this is just shamelessness. Like, listen, Ange Postecoglou, people were telling me before, and they were telling us, oh yeah, this guy came from Scottish League, was playing Dumbarton, Kilmarnock, Falkirk. He can't do anything to Arteta. Oh, he gets a draw. Oh, he can't do anything to Klopp. Oh, Klopp has won everything. And I was like, yo, okay, fair enough. We'll see what you guys have to do. You come there, you've lost against a guy who was fighting Hibernian last year. He's beating you fairly. Okay, fair enough, he wasn't. But this decision happened in football. I'm sorry. We're not gonna mourn. You guys are mourning about every decision that this is the reason why you haven't won the league. I've seen even a list of a Liverpool fan. Bro, 13, 14, this happened or whatever, we didn't win the league. 14. I'm thinking, are you really serious? It's happened to United. It's happened to Arsenal. That was a red card. First, that was a red card, 100%. You can break someone's leg. I don't care. You're off. You're off for that. I agree. You're dumb. You're dumb to have made that second foul like that. You're on a yellow card. You're stupid to have made that foul. And to me, I give credit to a manager who has lost his best striker. He's lost his best striker. Harry Kane, one of the best strikers in the world. Yeah, he lost him and did not get any replacement. Klopp got replacement. Klopp spent nearly over £200 million. Yeah. My guy signed 3 or 4 players already. He signed Gakpo in January. What have they signed? No one. This is pathetic from fan base who talk as if they've got the best manager one of the best managers in the world. Bro, Ange played beautiful. Yeah, no matter what we can say. All you did is you do the same style you did in Newcastle. Hit to Mo Salah, run, cross it, go. That's what you're aiming. We know how you play.
No, I'm not having that.
That's what
you were playing through them. We were playing through. No.
Bro,
Hamza, we only started playing Route 1 when we had less men. If you watch the first 25 minutes, we were popping them. What are you on about?
Bro, listen,
them.
I've seen Tottenham. You weren't popping them. And I've seen,
in terms of possession, we were popping.
Liverpool fans do you know why they're making this excuse? Do you know why?
Hamza, I don't know if you've heard me. I've only made one, which was the Diaz offside goal. Everything else, for me, the first yellow, but then the second, you're stupid. Jones was a red. Everything you're saying, I'm agreeing with. The only thing that was unjust was the Diaz offside goal. But I'm not here making excuses. I'm more on the performance. I was more speaking on the performance. I'm not going to come in and make
I don't know.
It happens to all our clubs, and it will continue to happen.
Exactly. No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. The reason why most Liverpool fans are making this complaint, they know Klopp's been here for 8 years. 8 years, and if he doesn't win the league title this season, Yo, is mad. It is mad. Are we
It's
serious?
not.
Yo, no,
Because he'll win the Europa League and he'll win the domestic cup. So
bro, no one
we'll still have
respects Europa
silverware.
League. Mourinho won Europa League. United fans. I've never had United.
No, Hamza.
Never in my
Only
life.
this.
Never
Hamza,
had United fan brag about Europa League.
only this country.
So you can
Only
win the
this
Europa League.
country. Only this country don't respect Europa League. And respectfully,
Even
because
Chelsea fans. When Chelsea won the Europa League, ask them. Don, do you respect Europa League when you won? Other than beating Arsenal.
Thank
respect
you.
Europa League. You're a loser.
Hamza.
Competition. I want to win it.
I've never heard of a Chelsea fan say that you respect Europa League.
Hamza, you know what it is? It's recency bias because Arsenal and both Arsenal and United in recent years have gone far and failed. It's like this country then say, ban the Europa League out, but go to any other top European league, let's say in a coefficient, the other top 4, they respect it, bro. It's only England that put disrespect on this competition.
I don't respect Europa League.
I
don't watch Europa League. I don't rate Europa League. If I ever play Europa League, I want my team out. I don't rate Europa League at all.
Yo, you see.
Hamza, let me tell you something.
Don, man, you're disappointing. Wallahi, you're very disappointing guy.
Say that
again, Joe.
Bro,
I said those seats were comfy. You got to watch your team lose in comfort, innit, man? It was nice.
Allow it, man. We got moved to the away section. The only good thing, we got moved to the away section, so that was nice. But
both times we've been in it, we've won it, bro. I respect the competition, 100%.
Yeah, we won as well. Quick one. Anyways, we're moving on. We're moving on. Hamza, do not do your deflecting thing. I know you way too well, bro. Way too well. Yeah. Your scalp, you're gonna need to get oiled afterwards because guess what? It's looking dry. Jiminy says no one cares when Man U, Spurs, Arsenal, Wolves, etc. get wrong decisions against them. But Liverpool, media outrage. Why are Liverpool given a pass? 100 million
football heritage.
Is rapid, man, from Foggy Foam. That's so true, man. Liverpool's Mix Mitchell, the guy that makes all the excuses in the comments, have lost more points due to VAR. Big up Mitchell though, man. Omar says that ref biased on 50-50s and couldn't wait to book us. Yeah, there was a lot of bookings, even in the
Salah yellow. That was absurd as well. I'm gonna back Salah, bro. That should not have been a yellow. But carry on.
Mitchell says we scored twice against Spurs with 10 men. XY says Spurs world-class bottles, if no trophies this season. I mean, if there's one game a week, there's no reason why not to win the FA Cup, right? Omar says Hamza, what the F are you on about? Even United accounts said robbed. And that's very true, to be fair. So on that notion. But we're going to move on to...
let me just say one thing before you move on. Let me say something. Do you know why they get this? Do you know why there's a media outcry? Because these guys have infiltrated the media. Danny Murphy, Steven Gerrard, when he retires and he loses in Saudi Arabia, he's back in BT Sports. Michael Owen, BT Sports. All the ex-players, bro, they've infiltrated the media. All the reporters, Liverpool fans. So I don't care. You guys,
listen.
Let's move. Let's talk
with the
about
media darlings. We'll accept it with the media darlings. We don't.
That's nice. Everyone in here, please. There's over 1,600 people. I think George, you need to dip.
Yeah, bro.
Big up to Jules, man. If
Big
you
up,
don't care, you can dip now, man. We don't need his input. That's one done.
George, win the league, yeah. Win the league.
We'll see you again soon, sir.
1,600 people in it. Make sure to smash the like button. Please, people, smash the like button. Get us to 700, and I won't ask any more for the rest of the stream, as I said earlier. 2 seconds. Let me just quickly change this overlay real quick. And there's another thing there. All right, boom. So you're taking a spotlight. You're in the mud. There we go. Lee deserves that part.
Yeah, Don's with me. In fact, no, Hamza should be with me, bro. Swap Don and Hamza for now. Don will get his cookings tomorrow.
You're right. No, you know what? I need him in center stage. I can't even lie.
Kaz, you're lucky you're host because you should be down. You should be down here as well. Yeah.
I like being on the left personally, innit?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, man. Hamza, don't go anywhere, innit? That's what I'm gonna say. Don't go anywhere, because you might be able to see a third loss. You might be able to see a third loss next week against the so-called club to the guy that's next to you. But you lost against Wolves 1-0 yesterday. Before I get into that part, let me just get Tad Bakes because he's always a super chat. One sec. We got to drop the football tribalism when it comes to calling out these officials. Otherwise, nothing gets sorted out and we allow the circus to continue. It smells of match fixing at an official level. I mean, talk to Barcelona about that. Or maybe go talk to Terry Flewers when he wants to stick it on Man City. Like your club, back to Man City, man. Bro, Wolves 2-1 yesterday. I watched the game back in bed this morning. You lot look shit, bro. Like, I'm talking shite, bro. Like, you can talk about all the shots that you had, but it wasn't working, innit? Like, all the possession, all the shots, it weren't working. I can't think of one single player, even Daps said it himself, that actually had a good game. From what I could see, he didn't look like a good game. That's 2 on the bounce. No Rodri, no party. So what's your excuses today?
Listen, first, I'll talk about Wolves. Yeah, Wolves had one shot.
Yeah, 2-1
on target. One shot on target. We all know that. They didn't dominate. First, let me make it clear. Wolves did not dominate that game. They had one shot on target. They scored 2 goals. I'm disappointed. I'm Manchester City. I will never make excuses for a referee, whatever it is. When I look back now, I don't care. I don't care. We're Manchester City. I'm expected to beat Wolves. I'm expected to beat Wolves. We're the best club in the world now. We're the best club in the world. Wolves' biggest achievement this season will be to beat Man City. To put that manager's, whatever it is, Gary O'Neill, best thing that he's ever done in his life, promise you, in his CV, will be to beat that Man City. We did not expect to lose. Okay, fair enough. What happened? Bro, the players, we have to call out the players. It's unacceptable. This football club, we have high standards. We have high standards. It's unacceptable. I'm not like that. I'm not. Bro, exactly. We have high standards, guys. Yesterday's performance was absolutely shocking. And you know what? I'm so glad because I've been talking to City fans about this. Yeah. And these deluded fans, listen, City fans, if they're listening, don't listen to this deluded fan. We have a small squad. I've been saying for some time, Sergio Gomez on the bench, Oscar Bob on the bench. I'm tired. We need quality. When I used to see the bench guys, David Silva comes off, Yaya Toure is there, Kevin De Bruyne is there, Leroy Sané is there, Bernardo Silva on the bench. The quality, we must get more players. How can we win the league when we got the likes of Sergio Gomez? What are they going to do? What's Sergio Gomez, Oscar Bob going to do? No. I'm so glad.
So is that Pep Guardiola's fault then? Since he likes
Pep knows. I'm so glad. You know that loss, yeah, cuz I know he was sitting next to Tikshi. I know. I was fighting City fans. Oh, it's okay, Cole Palmer can stay. Oh, we got enough. I said it's crap, man. Get out of here. Don't listen to this deluded fan. Bro, we haven't got a big squad. I am tired of that. We need to go and sign 2 players at least. I'm telling you now. We need to, because why are we losing to Wolves? We should be smoking. By the time we walk to Emirates, I should smoke these guys. Smoke them. Because they fear me already. They fear me already. They fear me. They fear that Arsenal fear me already. Yeah? But now I'm going there with weak players, man. Bloody hell, man. Calvin Phillips, man. Where does Calvin Phillips play for you guys? He doesn't walk into any of your team.
Ask you a question.
Tell me.
Can I ask you a question?
Hamza, beating Wolves at the Molineux is not for everyone. No, I mean,
you need smash and grab there, man. We know you need smash and grab. We don't do smash and grab stuff.
Hamza, your team that you put out, it was good enough. So you can talk about your squad. You were missing, 2 influential players. You've got a guy who scored 52 goals last season, I believe, or is it 56? You've got a manager who was up in the stands, because I didn't know that he had a 1 match touchline ban, which I didn't know. But ultimately, you had enough to beat that team.
Yes.
Now, my second point where I'm going to go with this is you don't get, unfortunately, Man City can't get any, real, no one can be worried about them in terms of, no one can care about them because ultimately you spent so much money. Your squad and your
we haven't spent.
Hold on. Your youth team is one of the best in Europe, or one of the best in England. So you should be having players that coming off the bench or are coming off the practice squad that can come in. Now you can shake your head all you want, but this is the same team that couldn't beat Luton last week away from home 1-1. So when I look at Wolves and I look at your team, you can talk about your squad, but your first 11 was enough. Now, last week, when I gave the reasons of we didn't have Partey, Declan Rice came off the bench, and I had to sit through a whole episode of hearing Mo and hearing all these other Spurs fans saying they don't care because ultimately the manager chose to keep Reece Nelson and all of these players. Your manager, for whatever reason, he's got no constraints. So we need to just give Wolves all the credit that they deserve because you're probably still going to win.
Korean guy.
Hold on. Your manager.
He should have been sent off. That guy, that fraud should have been sent off. He should have been sent off. He should have had 2-3 yellow cards already.
He got the winning goal against you, though.
Listen, your manager.
That's what happens.
Your manager is known for finding ways to beat teams, doing all of these things. So, and we know this. So you can't bring any excuses. Sometimes you just have to chalk it up to you weren't. I don't want to hear no excuses. Just chalk it up to the fact.
No, but if you look, I'll tell you why.
Wait.
He's so used to winning because he's so used to winning. That's why he's so used to winning.
Because the problem is unfortunately, when you spend all the money you spent over the last 4 or 5 years to accumulate the talent you have, you don't get excuses because you're coming off a treble. So unfortunately, it's either you win or you have to hold the smoke. And right now, you played a team that couldn't beat Luton. So now you're in a position where you just didn't play well. That's it. No one's saying you're crap. No one's saying you're crap. Nobody's saying that.
But it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to be losing to lose. I don't care. I'm not Arsenal Football Club. I'm not Chelsea Football Club. I'm not Liverpool. I am Manchester City. We have to beat Wolves away. And I'm so lucky that Pep. Listen.
Hamza, you're not listening. The point is that yes, you need to beat them, but you're making excuses. Don't blame your squad because the 11 you had out there should have won. You had a World Cup winner. You had a World Cup winner. You had a guy that scored 52 goals. You bought a guy who just came from that club. You had Kovacic, who I believe won the Champions League, who played 100 games for Real Madrid. You had the best, one of the maybe the second, third best keeper in the league. You've got Ruben Diaz, who got voted for all of these rewards. Nathan Ake, who you said was your best player last season. So when we come back to your squad, you had 11 players out there to beat that team. And
let me ask you lot something. Let me ask you lot something.
No. Let me respond. Yeah, go on.
Go on, Hamza. Yeah. Before you respond,
I was going to respond to that. The thing is,
go on.
The quality we have here, these players, we've had, listen, John Stones was missing, KDB was missing, Bernardo Silva was missing, Rodri was missing. We lost Gundogan. We had like 7 players that normally were playing for us last season. And then we signed Wolves player, we signed a Chelsea player, Kovacic, yeah? But fair enough. But at least I have to have killers on the bench. The fact that I have got Calvin Phillips, I'm so glad. Yeah, Calvin Phillips, yeah, is a nice guy. But is he good enough to play for Man City? No. Is he good enough to play for Chelsea? Probably your team, you can take it. So he's not good enough to play for me. Is players like Sergio Gomez good enough to play for my team? Are they good enough to be on the bench?
No. Can I just stop you there? You took one of Wolves' better players, not their best player, to put into your team. So wait, hold on, Hamza. My point is that you're making excuses. Just say all you've got to say, Hamza. All you've got to say is, unfortunately, you didn't turn up, and you're going to win next week. You don't have
this. You know what? It's a simple.
Before you go in, yeah, bro. How did that midfield play? Because I didn't actually watch the game or the highlights.
Same.
Yeah? How did that midfield play? Because obviously Rodri weren't there. I know you had a pivot of Kovar and what's his name, Nunes. How was that? How were you lot playing?
They played well. They played well. But what they did is they got sucked into a counter and they got hit on a counter. And Neto was quick. Neto got that ball and he just ran. And he tried to cross it in, but it deflected, went in. And that was a shock. Like we had the ball at that time we had like 80% possession. We had them on ropes. But then it happens in football. But then when you're losing 2-1, I just remember I would bring David Silva, Bernardo Silva. That kind of quality. You're like, okay, park the bus, but don't worry. Better players are gonna come in here.
Yeah.
Guess who's coming on? Oscar Bob was coming on after.
No.
Pep did it deliberately.
I'm not
Wait,
allowed.
wait,
Pep did
Hamza.
that deliberately. I'm bringing
Really?
Calvin Phillips to win me the game and Oscar Bob.
Really, I'm going to add on to
There
what you're
you are.
saying because Hamza, I'm going to add on to what Gunili's saying because this is as simple as this. Hamza, when you saw the team sheets at 2 p.m. an hour before the game, did you think you were going to beat Wolves? It's just a yes or no question.
Yeah, I should have been Wolves 100%.
Yes,
But-
therefore you're making excuses then because
but
you had
let
an
me give you
11.
example. Let me give you an
You
example.
even thought you were going to beat Wolves.
Let me give you an example. When we were playing Aston Villa last game of the season, were we not losing? Yeah. What did we do? We make when things are not going right, you're bringing changes. Okay, Sterling, come on, whatever it is. We didn't have that, and that's what City have to sign now. And I think Pep's gonna make major signing in January, and that will because otherwise I'm not having Calvin Phillips because he's a nice guy. Oscar Bob, Sergio Gomez. No.
Hamza, can I just ask you a question? Who, can you remind me who's that guy that you bought off Aston Villa? I feel like you paid £100 million for him. What's his name again?
Grealish, no, he's not much fit. Jack Grealish, he's not much fit.
Okay,
he's
so
not
you
much
had
fit.
him on the bench.
He's not much fit.
You had him on the bench.
They showed him that he should have been. Yes, they showed he should have been playing though. But go on, Lee. I know what you're gonna go with this.
My point is that Hamza, you're making excuses. You had Jack Grealish on the bench. You had the starting 11. Nobody's saying that Arsenal are the best. Nobody's saying Chelsea are the best. But because you're not used to losing, sometimes you just have to
literally
because not one time have you said, you know what, that was poor play by Ake because you shouldn't have allowed you haven't given Wolves no credit. Just say, you know what, you didn't play well. Next week you'll win. That's it. You don't have to go around the house. You talk about your squad. One of your players is out because why? Because he put his hand around that man's neck. Nobody told him.
But we used to have Fernandinho as his replacement. There you are.
But the point is, that is major pause. But the point is, Hamza, is your excuses. You're going off the fact that you didn't. It's like you missed everybody and you paid your under 23s. You're talking like Rodri shouldn't be there because he's injured. He did something that was illegal. That's why he's not playing for.
But the problem is, who was his replacement when Rodri used to come off? Fernandinho, 37, was having a better performance than Calvin Phillips. So when I said to City
fans, the midfield you played well, yeah. You said they played well yesterday.
No. The midfield played well, but sometimes you need substitution. It's like, you're not having a good game. Let's say, for example, you've gone to a game and you're not playing well, and one of your guys comes in and he changes the game. That's what you need. You need people who can change the game sometimes when things are not going right. And when Rodri is not missing, when Rodri is missing, who used to be replacement was Fernandinho. We got Calvin Phillips. The fact that Pep does not play him at all and thought, I bet you any money, Calvin Phillips will be out my football club if we get 1,000%. 1,000%. No, Gundogan and Rodri will play. But before that was Fernandinho.
No, but Gundo used to do the DM job, I remember.
No, it was Fernandinho.
Stop.
And we missed Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva was missing. Really? Jack Grealish was not much fit. John Stones was missing. Kevin De Bruyne was out. Okay, Rodri was thinking. And on top of that, we lost 2 players in the summer. That's 7.
We get all of that, yeah. But
that happens to any team. They're like probably 6, 7. If that happened to any team,
why did you mention that for Man United? Why did you not say this thing for Man United?
Exactly. Man United don't have 6 or 7 players that they imagine. Okay, let me give you an example. Imagine United. 1 second. Imagine United lost in the summer. They lost Bruno. That's our Gundogan lesson for you. Okay, listen. Imagine you lost Bruno and you lost Anthony, and then you have 6 players missing in this game. Yeah, 6 starting that. Bro, you're getting relegated. You're finished.
No, we're not. We're playing better football without Rashford and
Bruno. Yeah, we got winner surfer.
If you want to do that, Luke Shaw, first team left back, missing. Yeah, and I'm not his biggest fan, anyways. He's missing. Martinez missing. Amrabat play left back. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Anthony's not there. He's one of our first team players, whether we like him or not. An option off the bench, as you just said, Sancho. I'm not saying he's the greatest person in the world. I think he's been shit anyways, but he could have been a difference maker. No. It's things like that. You're not acknowledging it, but you're making.
You got Lisandro who starts, Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. 3 players missing that starts.
You're talking about taking the guy out. You're talking about taking the guy out and then replacing him with inept quality. So inequality. So in that notice, hold that, own it. Stop making excuses and beating around the bush. We lost the teams.
We're still top of the league.
We both had. Look, and Wan-Bissaka's missing, yeah, but I think the low has been quite good. Look, I'm just saying, yeah, we both had teams good enough in an 11 to go beat a team or teams that are depleted at this moment of time. Yeah, and that's it. You lost. and you lost.
I don't know, but at least I lost and I'm top of the league. You lost, but you're 10th. That's the difference.
Yeah,
and you're telling me how to win, but you're sitting way below me. That's the thing. That's the funny thing.
Now you're doing the deflective thing, because like I said to you, see second, third, fourth, fifth, it don't make a difference to me. I'm not trying to. Your situation is different. You got two teams potentially in Arsenal and Liverpool coming for that time.
No, we don't. We don't have two. Oh yeah. But we need to make. But do you agree? Last year we had a small squad. Listen, these guys are. Do you know these guys?
You know what? I'm gonna have to wrap it. I'm gonna have to wrap it, because Hamza, you don't stop talking about Pep Guardiola, how much he loves a tight knit squad and all this kind of stuff, and singing his praises. But when it's time to, criticize him, getting losing his anger on to the referees and getting sent to the bench, not playing probably the correct team and not going for more players because he likes a tight knit squad. Why are you now making excuses? You said on a gal stream last week you do not make excuses, and there's no excuses. All I've heard is excuses. Daps owned it. Why is Daps owning it and you're not owning it?
No, I know, because Daps was probably happy with that squad from beginning of the season. I was not happy. I said, we need two more signings.
To be fair, in the summer, Hamza, he wasn't showing them as much.
I've been pushing for more signings.
He has. I can vouch for that. He has been speaking about the lack of quality. But Hamza, one thing you need to do is also acknowledge that you put out a good enough team, good enough 11.
It's good enough to absolutely criminals.
Why don't you cost Pep for destroying Phillips, not playing him enough? Because he hasn't had a string of 3 games yet in his career.
Pep didn't destroy him. The guy is just.
You did destroy him. If you don't play a player for more than a year and a half, because
he's just not good enough. He's not good enough.
Bro, you don't get onto Ten Hag about not playing certain players and destroying them and stuff, like not getting the best out of them though. Like, bro, I see your videos, G. So why are you not using the same excuse for other teams for yourself? Like, Pep's not playing him because you won't give him a run of games to get some fitness, match sharpness, and to see what he can really do.
Bro, when you see him, no, I'm pretty sure. Listen, Pep Guardiola is a smart guy. He's played with a great. No, forget that. Forget your managers and your greatest man. He has played with the greatest players: Romario, R9, Figo, Luis Enrique. He knows quality. He's saying, shit, I used to play with these guys. I'm passing the ball to this Calvin. He can tell, he can see a miles away that Calvin Phillips is not good enough. And I can tell that Calvin Phillips, he's not comfortable on the ball. He's not comfortable on the ball.
But you got players that are good enough to be comfortable on the ball and help that deficiency out. Anyways, look, Hamza, let me just go through these. Zinakul says, people moving mad, City's top of the league. Jiminy, another one says, his £1.1 billion squad, it doesn't have enough quality, LOL.
Sounds familiar.
Now equals excuse. Hamza on Wolves equals squad. It says the best team in Europe until they struggle. Craig Lee says Hamza has more excuses than PGMO. I thought, you know what I thought that was? I thought that was like rolling on the floor laughing or one of them things.
Do you know them?
He's got Scott Carson on the bench with Ortega too. The Yasir says, so why didn't you buy additional players in the summer window to ensure you have an adequate replacement? Hold your club accountable, Hamza. And I've seen fans getting onto that Tiki guy as well. And then Rishi says, guys, you need to cook Hamza. Once City start winning, he will come after you. Hey, that's the truth in it, man. That is the truth. Still. You're gonna have to wrap up there. Big up Hamza, big up Lee. Lee's please subscribe to Lee. Like, he's gonna start banging content. So please go in the description. Please press more on the tab. It says more, and you'll see Lee there. So please go and subscribe to him. There's 1,400 of you. Lee talks actual good sense on his own channel. When it comes to us, the guy's fake.
Lee's like Jekyll and Hyde. When he's on a generic channel, he's back in Arsenal. But on his channel, you get the real uncut, authentic Lee.
And tonight, we're gonna probably discuss more Arsenal and stuff. So watch out for tonight at 9. And also, we're gonna be if you stay on the stream, you'll go to Mo's channel. Mo's gonna go live, or he might be live right now. So if you stay here, we'll go to Mo's new channel. Make sure you go over there and see what Mo's excuses are for everyone. He's probably gonna cuss Grealish and the rest of them. So I'm probably kind of Havertz, even though he had a good game. But yeah, man, big up yourselves, big up the panel, and we'll be back later tonight at 9. Watch out for that one.